Ba da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Cause I got high. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I go by Shook. I make posts on a subreddit called DF Sports. You can come here, DF Sports Reddit. Um, yeah, man. Make posts here for NFL, NBA. You can find my NBA post here. Wait, where is my NBA post? That was 2 days ago. Did it get deleted? Hello? Hello? Where's my post? I accidentally hit it. Yeah, I make posts on here for Reddit for NBA, NFL. I post news that comes out. Really good place to talk. Everyone talks strategy. I respond to all of your questions. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll have a link to that down below. It's just RDFS Sports. If you ever need to get a hold of me, you can message me on Reddit here, or you can get a hold of me on Twitter at Tori Langley 1992. So yeah, guys. And then if you are interested in Discord, where's Discord? Discord here. Talk strategy, play NBA, play NFL. Really great place to be. I'll have a link to that down below. I also post premium content in there, so if that's something you're interested in, I'll have a link to that below. So I know you guys were very interested in best ball in the beginning of the season. I didn't really go over any content for you guys for that, but I'll show you. I only did 5 drafts. 2 of those 5 got in, so that's cool. Let's go over those teams right quick. So I went Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, just absolute league winner here. That was really good. Fournette getting injured definitely hurt, and then my running backs were weak. I was really, really high on J.K. Dobbins this season, so I'm probably screwed here with the running backs that I have. Definitely screwed. I was also extremely high on Juju Smith-Schuster. That's going fine, but could have gone better. And then once again, like my running backs are absolutely terrible. My secondary stack here is absolutely terrible. I really don't know how this lineup made it past to the next round. I guess Justin Jefferson was the way. And then we got first place here by a wide margin. Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert. I feel like I have another Eagles pass catcher too. So I used to, maybe I only did that. And then once again, Adams, league winner. And then I went Jared Goff stacks. I paired him with Amon-Ra St. Brown, another league winner. Derek Carr with Devontae Adams, league winner. So can't ask for a better run out there. What was I about to say? If you guys don't want to see this, you can just skip ahead. I was about to say something. What was I about to say? As you can see, I have Juju in this. Oh, I was gonna say everyone was like, "Oh, you need to be getting 2 running backs early, 2 running backs early." As you can see in both of my best balls, I went 0 RB, and they're both winning. I did 5 drafts, 2 out of the 5 are winning. I'll take that ROI all day long. I literally did 0 RB. I got my running backs in the dead zone. Swift, he was up there, but Sanders in the dead zone. In my other one, I forget who I had, but God, people. Never mind. Going over my showdown slate for cash games last game. Yeah. What's there to say about this? Ramondre Stevenson injured. Kyler Murray injured. Just done. Done right there. Dunzo. Nothing you can do about it. Game over. The reason why, okay, you can still cash with Stevenson and Murray. The reason why it was over is because without Kyler Murray, James Conner absolutely nuked the slate because all they did was throw checkdowns to him, and then that obviously hurt my Marquise Brown play, and he was only 60%. So that absolutely murdered me. But got a good slate here on Thursday. I'm excited for this one. Really good slate here. So let's go over it really quick. Going to be a short one here. Christian McCaffrey, Obviously, the optimal spin up here are going to be extremely popular, but for good reason. They kind of blew out their last game, so he didn't play as many snaps. He played 44 of the possible 63. I would assume if that game was much closer, he probably would have played a little bit more, but I'm expecting, 70+% of the snaps here for CMC. It's a really good matchup against Seattle. I think he looks absolutely phenomenal. I think playing with Purdy only helps him. They're just going to throw checkdowns to him all day long. I'm probably expecting, 8+ targets, 7, 8+ targets in this game, especially with no Deebo Samuel. So CMC just looks absolutely amazing here. Brock Purdy, I think, is a solid play too. He's been good past 2 weeks. Has thrown 2 touchdowns, went for 21 and 15 fantasy points. With the weapons he has on offense, well, obviously Deebo isn't in. There's going to be ways for him to throw touchdowns here and score fantasy points. So nobody's going to play Purdy. I think that's a mistake. I think he's a solid play. I think he has a decent floor as well. So, yeah, definitely do like some Purdy on the slate. Going down a little bit further, I just said Purdy. Going down a little bit further, Brandon Ayuk is going to be operating as the wide receiver 1 here. Obviously, they were destroying Tampa Bay. They didn't really need to throw the ball, but yeah, I think Brandon Ayuk makes for a solid play on the slate. He's going to be their clear number 1 wide receiver. I'm expecting him to, get 5, 6+ targets. Obviously has that ceiling as well. So could see an explosion here from Ayuk. I think he makes for a pretty good play. George Kittle played. Where's Kittle? 50 of the possible 63 snaps. Only ran around on half of those. It's so annoying what they're doing with George Kittle. I think that might keep the ownership down though, but I'm pretty high on all the pass catchers here for San Francisco. Seattle has just been kind of like Detroit, a fantasy carnival for teams. So I like both the top 2 guys here for San Francisco. Going down a little bit further, 49ers D, as you guys know, going to be an ownership thing for me. If they're going to be popular, I want nothing to do with them. If they're going to be mildly owned or kind of low owned, I think they're a good play. Same with the kicker. Oh, that's not a kicker. Same with the kicker. 4K, I think, is a bit too cheap. So I think the kicker makes for a pretty good value here. Jordan Mason didn't. He only played. Where's Jordan Mason? He played 19 snaps. I don't think I can do it at this price tag, and I think he got a little bit of extra run because the blowout. I could be wrong there. So here's where the tricky part comes in. Juwan Jennings, Ray McCloud. Looking at these snaps here, Ray played 28 snaps. Juwan Jennings played 22 snaps. They both ran around on over half of those. Both of them can play in the slot. They can both play anything. So I think they kind of split snaps here. I think they'll both probably play around the same snaps, probably like, 25 to 30 snaps, both of them. So I think both make for pretty good value plays. I don't have a lean on which I like more as of right now. I think I might prefer Juwan Jennings, but I think both make for pretty good value plays at the respective prices. I think they're both a bit too cheap in my opinion. So do like both of the secondary wide receivers for San Francisco. I actually like a lot for San Francisco, and everyone's going to go to the Seattle side. I think that might be a mistake. Going down a little bit further, I don't think there's much. I think Danny Gray got some run, but yeah, only played 13 snaps. I guess you can go there as like a dart throw if Juwan Jennings and Ray McCloud are going to be chalk. Maybe Danny Gray could be an interesting pivot off that chalk. But not much else on the San Francisco side. Let's go over to the Seattle side. So obviously it's a tougher matchup here, but if you ask me straight up which quarterback I preferred, it would definitely be Geno. San Francisco, even with Purdy, I think it's just the better team. I think there's a chance. I haven't looked at the spread or the total yet, but especially if Kenneth Walker is out. Oh, he's in. I thought he was out. Questionable, actually. With Kenneth Walker in, they're probably not going to have to throw the ball as much as they did last week. Still going to expect probably 30, 35 attempts. Geno's been good, man. 22, 27, 24, 20+ fantasy points in 4 of the last 5 games. He has an amazing wide receiver core with Lockett, with DK Metcalf. They're always going to be able to get open, even in tough spots. So, yeah, I like Geno if you have the money for him. Lockett, DK, I think are both very good plays as well. They're both just, these two are getting like 60+% of the target market share. They're both averaging basically over 8 targets a game right now. If you scroll down, you can do the math. So I think they're both very safe plays. I don't have a lean on which I like more. I think DK Metcalf might have the higher ceiling. I think Tyler Lockett definitely has the higher floor. So if you're going purely off ceiling, maybe go DK. If you're playing cash, maybe Tyler Lockett. I don't know, because on main slates they're different prices. So maybe it would be DK for cash and GPP, since he still kind of has a decently high floor plus a higher ceiling, in my opinion. But yeah, I really like both the Seattle wide receivers. You're probably not going to be able to play both, but I do like both quite a bit. Kenneth Walker, we're going to have to keep an eye on if he's going to be limited or not. I would assume he is not. What is this pricing? I really don't understand the pricing. He's going to be involved in the passing game. They're at home. Just why is he this price? He should be 10K. He should be the pricing of like DK and Tyler Lockett. So I think Kenneth Walker makes for a very good play, given the matchup as well. Sorry, what did I mean to say? What's the word I'm looking for? Even in a bad matchup, I still think he makes for a good play. Homer out of play at that price tag with him back. Goodwin played a ton of snaps, got 6 targets, went for 20 fantasy points. I personally think he's overpriced. He played 41 of the possible 54 snaps, but if you think DK and Lockett get locked down, sure, be my guest, but I think that price tag's way overpriced in my opinion. Going down a little bit further, not going to get to the running backs. Noah Fant had a donut last game. They're kind of doing like a 3-headed monster with their tight ends. Noah Fant played 30 snaps. Will Dissly played 21 snaps. And Colby Parkinson played 17. So extremely hard for me to get to the tight ends. I will say Noah is probably my favorite. But not a good play in my opinion. I think he's fine. He's fringe. Jason Myers, kickers, very good plays on the slate. Not a lot of value outside of those San Francisco wide receivers. Seahawks defense, I think, is a pretty good play at this price tag. I think it's too cheap. I think there is a chance that Purdy could throw some interceptions, some pick sixes. I like the Seahawks if they're not going to be giga chalk. Dissly, like I said, with Noah Fant, playable, just a dart. Prefer the San Francisco wide receivers. Not going to get to Parkinson. More of a blocking tight end, I believe. Yeah, no, ran 10 routes on 17 passes. That's fine, just a dart. And then I don't think I can get to anyone else. So let me go over some roster construction for you guys, because I think you guys liked that in the last video. So here's what I will say. If you're playing Christian McCaffrey in the captain, I would personally, I don't think it's a must to play Purdy with him, but I think it might be a pretty good idea with Debo out. If Debo was in, I would say it's not needed, but with Debo out, I would probably personally play Purdy with CMC in the captain. If you're going to be going like a Geno Smith captain, you're going to want to pair at the very least, 2 pass catchers with him. And you're going to want to bring it back with someone on San Francisco, like a CMC, like going to one of those value plays, like Jennings, etc. like that. So at least 2 pass catchers with the quarterback at captain. Same thing said for Purdy. At least 2 pass catchers with him. I would include CMC in that group with him, and then go to another pass catcher, and then obviously bring it back with a Seattle guy. And then if you're going like a DK captain, you're going to pair him with Geno Smith, and you're also going to pair him with another Seattle wide receiver, whoever it is, whenever you want to, and then bring it back with anyone. You really want to correlate your lineups in Showdown. Anyone who says that you shouldn't correlate lineups in Showdown has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. So I think it's extremely, extremely important to correlate your lineups. I will also say this. Usually a winning lineup is a 4-2 stack or a 5-1 stack, or a 1-5 and a 2-4 stack. So what do I mean by this? A 1-5 is playing the underdog, so going 5, let's say Seattle's the underdog here. You go 5 Seattle and 1 San Francisco, or 2 Seattle and 2 San Francisco and 4 Seattle. And then if you go 5-1-4-2, it's the opposite. So if San Francisco is the favorite, you go 5 San Fran, 1 Seattle, or 4 San Fran, 2 Seattle. So make sure you guys are correlating your lineups well. I'll be around if you have any questions. I hope this helped.